honestly been a hot minute since I've done a tour.
Really?
Like, it's been a while.
Was it last time you were in San Diego?
Actually, yes.
Yeah.
I did one with Nick, my buddy Nick, not that Nick, in New Hampshire.
Okay.
And I did a Kirby style editing. I tried. I don't think I did very good. But.
The side light
saw
looks
that one?
good on your face right here.
Yeah?
Who's that?
Hey guys, we got another cool tour. And I've shown this gentleman on my channel before, but I think he deserves another shout out. And we're gonna get to him in a minute. I got Kyle on my camera today. What up, Kyle? We're gonna, when we get inside, I might actually bounce some questions off of Kyle. Lucas might bounce some questions off of Kyle. I don't know. We're gonna see how it plays. Everything is off the cuff on my channel. We don't script anything, and we just kind of wing it. I have no idea what I'm even saying right now. So we're gonna get right into the tour.
9 months building this van behind me, and again, this is the second van I've put about 1,800 hours into. Everything is completely...
1,800 hours? Is that what you just
1,800
said? Okay.
Over 9 months, working about 7 days a week. And yeah, everything's custom down to the floors. So we got custom real walnut floors. Every single piece cut, tongue and grooved, and glued down. And then as far as the handles, that is also custom made. I cut some brass handles, and
we're definitely going to step inside and check it all out. However, I don't believe, keep this in mind for everybody, you didn't use a CNC machine. You did this all by hand.
All by hand.
And you did a lot of time, finding the right wood even.
Oh yeah.
It's all walnut, right? Yeah. Okay, awesome. So before you even walk in, we have, it looks like a garage space. And people are going to be like, why do you have a garage in your front sliding door?
Yeah.
Why do we have a garage?
I think this is the most practical if you want to keep your open concept. If you still want it to flow and like create a bigger space, I think this is perfect. And then with the slider right here and the vent fan in the shower, if you crack that and anything's smelling in the garage, the air will just port straight through. And it's just like it's just really convenient. And yeah, ski holders up here. You could put surfboard, snowboard. And we had 9 of these actually, all the way up here during our one-wheel documentary.
Oh, really?
Yeah, we had nine of those guys.
So did you change the layout at all from, Lucas Van 1 to Lucas Van 2?
Yeah, definitely.
Okay,
so
we'll get into it.
Yeah, we'll get into it. Change it, though.
Before we walk inside, what is the make, model, chassis of the van that we're about to walk into?
Yeah, so it's a, do you want me to look at you? Or?
You can play off both of us. I'll play on camera. Hello.
Oh, it's kind of like vlog style. That's what they do.
Yeah. It's nice when I have a camera up, Kyle, to do everything, but you can play any which way you like. Man. Okay. You can look into these pretty eyes, you can look into those pretty eyes.
I can look
You can look like that. So what's the make, model, chassis of the van?
So this is a 2022 Mercedes Sprinter. It's a 170-inch wheelbase.
Are you selling this one too?
This one is for sale, but I am taking clients and replicating this in either the extended version, the shorter version, or this.
You can do this in a 144?
I'm currently doing this in a client 144.
Oh, so you have a client?
Shrink this down a bit, yeah.
Oh, awesome, man. Congratulations.
Thank you.
All right, well, let's step in because I think the bathroom is a major selling feature.
Oh, yeah.
All right, cool. Your bathroom is crazy beautiful, obviously. Walk the audience through what the heck you did, because nobody sees a bathroom up front, by the way.
In the last tour I did with you, I had this corner shower, and the door was a little smaller, so I wasn't able to fit the toilet through the door. And it was under the sink, and everyone complained that it should be in the shower. So this time, we have it in the shower, as everyone requested.
And what is the toilet that you use?
I use the Laveo dry flush toilet, and in my opinion, that's just the best on the market. You don't have to deal with compost and any of that stuff. It just twists itself. Done.
I like your style.
Yeah.
I like your style.
But this shower, one of the coolest things about it is that it walks through into the cab. So if you follow me here, I can get all access into the front of the cab, and then I can still see out the rear view mirrors with the shower in this position.
Wow.
And yeah.
So wait, just so the audience understands how big you are, because you're much taller than me. How tall are you?
I'm 6'1", and I'm standing in here. Yeah.
You're 6'1", you're broad-shouldered, you know, so you're moving around this space quite nicely.
Yeah, it's big. And one thing I did this time is, I increased the door space, punched it back a little bit over here, so there's just a lot more room to move in this space. The toilet moves in between the driver and the passenger seat.
Oh, really? Oh, while you want to take a shower is what you're saying?
So if you're going to shower, you're moving the toilet in there, and you can see...
It closes the Nautilus? Yeah.
Nautilus. There's a Moen shower head that releases 1.5 gallons per minute, and that's to help save on water. I think a standard shower head releases about 3 gallons, so you're really saving on water there.
You absolutely are, and especially because we need to watch our water take because we have water tanks that are only holding so much water. So how much water does your van hold?
Yeah, so there's 42 gallons of water in this van, and to get hot water, there's a hydronic heating system by Rixon's, and I have unlimited instant hot water when that system is cranking. So
Did you step that up from the last van? Was that a Rixon in the last van?
Oh no, this is the first van I've done with Rixon's.
And how was that?
It's awesome. We have radiant heated floors that can also heat up the whole van.
So you stepped up there
floors.
too.
Yeah.
You went with hydronic heated floors, which you didn't do in your first van, right?
No.
Wow.
Yeah.
So how was that process doing it for the first time?
Ooh, you know what? Jim is awesome.
Jim Rixon.
Jim Rixon. On a Sunday, twice, I have called that company and Jim has answered and walked me through how to do some things. And
Did a good job.
They're great. Oh, one last thing in the shower that I added was this niche, so it's kind of pushed back a bit, and I have shampoo, body wash, and conditioner in there.
And what's that tile?
This tile is called Flauti, and it's Italian tile that I found in this little local tile shop. And funny enough, I was in Encinitas last night, and we walked into this new jungle-themed, pretty fancy restaurant, and the first thing I noticed was this tile under their bar, and
nice.
That's how I knew I made a good choice.
All right, well, I'm going to talk to you about this wood because it looks like you put a walnut, but thin strips, 1/4 inch, thin strips walnut. Now,
Yep.
did you mill that all yourself?
Yeah. Yeah, so this is all 1/4 inch walnut.
Is it all 1/4 inch? I
yeah.
just threw it out there. Is that, am I right?
Oh
or?
no, this is 1/4 inch solid walnut here.
Yeah.
And underneath the bed lift, it is all grain matched. And I started with 1/2 inch and I planed it down to 1/4 inch and grain matched it. Here, I ripped 1 inch pieces through a bandsaw to get multiple
Sure.
use out of the 1 inch. So it's over-explained.
Fair enough. You also have hidden compartments, it looks like, right here.
Yeah, this was one of my favorite things.
I'm gonna have Kyle on camera. Look at that. I just grabbed the camera from Kyle. He's gonna get a little show of this.
I just noticed I was in the mirror for like 2 minutes and I was like, oh God.
Yeah, so in my last van, I had the same wall right here, except no slats, and we had that earthy green tones that were here. But this time I decided I still wanted to do something with this wall, and I came up with this idea to do hidden bump-in wall. So there are 3 hidden cubbies here. Put cleaning supplies in the middle, wine on top.
For sure.
And then some whiskey on the bottom.
I mean,
so
it looks like a
gotta have the
whiskey bar in here,
it
so
does
why
look like a
not?
whiskey bar. But yeah, this is all backlit, and there's like suede fabric in here. It just really ramps up this atmosphere to have a fixture like this.
Now, you know me pretty well, Lucas, and you know that I try to kind of answer the questions that are going to be in the comments. So I think people are going to ask, hey, what about all that weight? You got tile, you got wood, you got all this stuff in here. You know, were you conscious of that while building?
Oh yeah, and then that's why that's why everything gets planed down to 1/4 inch. There's no 3/4 inch in this build. Even the countertops are 1/2 inch. Drawer bottoms, 1/4 inch. Anywhere I can use 1/4 inch, I use it, and then if I have to, I use 1/2 inch. So I got rid of all 3/4 inch.
Awesome.
Yeah.
We can close those up. I'm gonna slide this over to Kyle again. Yeehaw.
We got this pantry too.
Of course you have your
custom-
corner pantry.
I custom made this pantry, and up here we have a custom silverware holder, so it's kind of angled so I can fit the things underneath there. And yeah, we got 4 levels.
Beautiful. Before I get over to what I want to know what your walls are in the countertops, you did something really cool here that, do you have it in your pocket?
Oh, it's right here.
Yeah. It is a
Smart tint.
smart tin, yeah.
Yeah, so this is 3/16 tempered glass, and on that glass is a piece of film, and when it's given an electric charge, it becomes opaque, so like this, and then when you click the button, it becomes see-through.
And what was your reasoning behind this? Just because you want to be fancy, or?
So I saw a rendering of see-through cabinets with wine and stuff, and it's like one of those renderings that just like keeps spitting out what it thinks you'll like, right?
Can I open
and
it?
then, yeah, you can open it.
Yeah.
And Kirby showed me Smart Tint, and he's like, I'm gonna do this on my windows, and I'm like, I want to do that on my cabinet. So I had to do it.
I don't know if you have enough black shirts, first off. But
Oh no, this was a conscious effort to make it symmetrical for this tour.
And how about these? Do these move in transit? Oh, those are in there pretty
they're
good.
in there. Yeah,
Holy
so
Christmas.
I've worked with these before from Amazon, and I realized if you put a 1/4 inch piece here, it'll compress the glass hard enough down on the plastic to where it doesn't slide, but it still comes in and out.
Yeah.
And then on that center piece, I'll show you guys. On this center wine glass, because everyone's going to ask if they clink. No, they don't.
You put it like it's just a Velcro?
I put a piece of Velcro soft side out, and it just slides right off like that.
It doesn't clink. Everybody.
No.
I'm shaking it.
He's shaking. I've had about 2,000 miles so far to test everything, and nothing has moved.
Just random ideas by Lucas, everyone.
Yeah, and then this was a little intimidating to figure out how to mount the glasses, but I just made a jig the width of the glass, put some compression fabric on top of that, so these kind of like slide right in and out. Just
Yeah,
like
this is glass. This is not a plastic. Nothing's plastic.
Yeah, and then I make sure to get everything at Target so that if anything were to happen on the road, you can just hop right into Target and replace it. They're all the same.
Wow.
Yeah, so plates here, and so that the plates don't clink, in between each plate we have a piece of fabric, and then same as the bowls in the rear. And then I think a lot of people relate to this section down here. Right here, this is actually in here. Like, this doesn't move, and the cap is rubber, and I knew it would compress, so I made a jig a little past half, and when I push it in, the sides open and then close around like a ring. And then behind that, we have the kettle, and that kettle just sits in there perfectly, and that heats up the water for the pour over. And then in the very back, we have 2 mugs with earth magnets, epoxy to the bottom, and then under this drawer, I have a very strong magnet holding those in place as well. So that's probably...
You tried to think of everything before somebody had a disaster, is what you're saying.
Oh yeah. Every van build I've ever done, there's something that intimidates me, and the bar just keeps going higher and higher. But this one, I had a lot of time to think about, and I was really worried with everything moving around while I drive. So I let my mind ruminate, and when it came down to actually do this, it actually came together pretty fast. But yeah.
You did a good job, my man.
Thank you.
And we're halfway through, maybe.
Yeah, and then over here, simple, just got clothes. You can hang full XL shirts in this closet.
I'm really... Yeah, sorry, go ahead.
Just quick.
Yeah.
And then from here down, it's solid hardwood, 1/2 inch. And I glued 4 pieces together, grain match. For the handles, I took pieces of brass and I rounded the ends. I actually saw this on Instagram and just knew I wanted to do that in my van. We got 5 drawers right here, custom brass handles with this cool little design here. Yeah.
Now the walls are not dirty. You are like, that's how you did them.
That's how I did them.
Yeah, and they're actually smooth. If anybody is interested, they're not like a rough surface. And
that's what most people are surprised about. They'll come in here and they'll have their idea of what this is, and they'll touch it and they're just like, just to watch their face, they're like, whoa, like what is this stuff?
What is that stuff? Can you say?
It's Roman clay by Portola Paints, and it's a paint plaster hybrid, and you put it on with a putty knife and you just do multiple layers over and over, and between each layer you sand 400 grit, and it just gives you this dimension each time you add a layer. And on the top of that goes multiple coats of a thick water-based polyurethane, and then it becomes pretty water resistant. It's a pretty durable,
I like it.
Really good looking product.
And your countertop looks like Phoenix on a Phoenix sheet of plywood, 1/2 inch.
Yeah,
it looks really good.
Yeah, thank you.
Phoenix is a strong, durable, high pressure laminate for those that don't know, right?
Yeah.
And I'm assuming it's Phoenix, is it?
It's Phoenix.
Yep.
Yeah. And the cool thing about Phoenix, especially on a countertop, it's gonna scratch eventually, but you take an iron and a damp rag, and it's actually self-healing, and you rub that over your scratch, and it'll completely blend the thing together, and you have a brand new countertop. So
absolutely,
yeah, that's a big one.
It is.
Like, people run into issues with that.
It definitely is.
Yeah.
He's got the 2-burner cooktop right there. You had the toilet you already showed, the shower you showed. Do you have a oven by any chance?
An oven? Oh, right here.
Oh crap! I didn't even see that. I'll be honest. I was like, oh, I was going to try to call you out on something, but you have it. I was trying to be
inconspicuous with
I
this.
can see it. It's a good job. A little KitchenAid, a mini oven, I guess.
Yeah. So this KitchenAid, it can do bagel, toast, air fry, bake, broil, reheat, keep warm. So it really does everything, and it runs off of the inverter. I have plenty of battery storage at 14.5 kilowatt hours, so I can run this. I can run the induction, and I don't have to worry. And this is the first van that I don't have an electric water heater, and that helps save a lot on power as well.
So what is your water heater? Oh, you have it. You have the Rixon.
The Rixon's instant hot water.
Yeah, and then so you have 14 kilowatt hours of battery.
14 and a half.
14 and a half
kilowatt hours.
And is it a 12, 24, or 48 volt system?
Yeah. So the battery system I have is a 12 volt, 1200 amp hour self-heating batteries from Volthium. Yeah, they self-heat to make sure that they can take a charge in the winter. That's a big thing that people don't think about when they're buying batteries. And yeah, that's a big one. I've made that mistake, and
I think we all have.
Yeah, that's how you get better.
That's how you get better.
And they also have like heat transfer plates as well. So when it's really hot out, there's like a plate on the top, and heat is able to escape through that plate. So they're really high-tech batteries. They have communications and on-off switches, and
and right now, well, it looks like I'm sitting in your seating area, your lounge, which is great. And the bed is above us, which we'll get to. But this also doubles as a secondary bed.
Yeah, in the lounge, is this a good like positioning, like right here, like this?
Oh yeah. Oh, I can tell.
Yeah.
I'm a little thick, but it's okay.
No, you look good back here. This is the lounge area. What's different in this build from the last one I did in this layout is I wanted to increase my counter space and decrease the bed space. And if I was going to decrease the bed space, I knew I couldn't sleep lengthwise, so I added bump outs in the rear. These are capsules from Van Speed. And when the bed comes all the way down, the bed sits flush with the backrest, which sits flush in the bump out, and you can sleep sideways 6'9". So that was able to increase my counter space.
So you don't have to put these down.
I do not have to put those down. The whole bed will come and sit perfectly flush to those bump out or the back rests.
Yeah, and I mean, Kyle, you can probably see it on camera, but like this is like the curve of the van right here, right? And the happy jack is it has to be at a 90 degree.
Yeah.
So I mean, like you use the space so well because this is going to come down, and like he said, it fits like right in here. We're going to get some footage of that here in a minute, I'm sure.
If you have kids or shorter friends, you can throw them up in the bed, stop it halfway, take down this table, put it between these two tracks right here. I have some more blanks behind the driver's seat, and the backrests wedge perfectly in the aisle, and now you have bunk beds. Yeah, that's a really cool feature. I have a roof tent on top, so technically you can sleep 6 comfortably in this van, which is a big step up as well.
That is crazy. Okay, you want to make our way to the outside, or I guess we're gonna put this bed down.
Yeah.
Okay.
And then like the projector sound system, should we talk about that, or?
No, oh yeah, because it's so the projector sound. Comes down.
Yeah.
Can I pull it down? Let's see. You're gonna pull it down.
Yeah. So in the rear we have a full projector.
So you have movie night.
Movie night. And then this is a JBL 9.1 home theater sound system. So the sound that travels around your head in the movie theater, that's what this speaker is built to do. And it has a 10-inch subwoofer in the bench. So it out right here.
You can't put this in bed?
No, you can. So when the bed is down, we got magnets here on carabiner hooks.
Oh, I see.
And I can just reposition this screen when the bed is down, pop it up to the top frame of the Happy Jack. And I can also flip this to point outside, take the speakers, put them outside, and I have an outdoor movie theater as well.
Play some Mario Kart?
Play some Mario Kart.
Let's go.
Shout out to Kirby Winston on that.
Yeah, shout out to Kirby on that one.
Yeah.
All right, dude. Wow. You got the cubbies for when you put... What is that?
It's that yellow truck.
All right, guys, we're going to cut camera for a second because there's somebody in the arena that is going to move a car that's loud. I want to move to the floor real quick, but can we put this up?
Yeah, let's put this up.
Okay, you do it because I don't want to like I'm going to break a screen or something.
It is retractable, but not self-retractable, so.
I know, knowing my ass, I would friggin' do it. All right, so the floor is a lot of detail work that you did.
Yeah.
And I know the camera's not going to pick up. We're going to get some close-ups of it. You have like this gold inlay or something that's in there. Yeah. Tell us what that is, and also talk about your awesome chevron.
Yeah, I saw a flooring design similar to this, also a rendering, and it was actually herringbone in the center of the gold strip instead of chevron. But I did some research, and chevron makes a small space bigger. Herringbone can make a big space smaller. So I'm like, okay, I'm gonna change the herringbone to chevron. And I went looking online to try to find something that I could do in this van. It was either way too wide, like planks this wide, or 5/8 thick hardwood for a house. So I'm like, shoot, it looks like I'm gonna have to make this floor myself. I just started doing some research on gold strips to put in the middle here, because that's gonna be the biggest issue here. And I ended up getting a Schluter shower profile, you know, the thing that goes in the shower.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I flipped it sideways. So the solid plank on the side is sitting on top of the profile, holding it down.
And would you rabbit cut the wood?
Rabbit cut.
Like cut a little thing out of it, because the Schroeder
Is angled.
Yeah.
The Schluter's angled at 95 degrees, and I found that out.
Yeah.
By doing this. So everything is angled at 5 degrees to fit this piece right here.
That's a lot of work.
Yeah, and I found that out.
He goes, yeah.
I had my protractor because I put it up without the 5 degree, and I put it up, and I'm like, crap.
Yeah.
'Cause I saw a gap, and I'm like, so I cut it down 5 degrees, and then every single piece right here, one at a time, I made. First with the joiner, then the planer, then the table saw, then the chop saw, and then I put it through 2 router tables, tongue and groove. So every single piece has tongue and groove. It's only 3/8 thick, and it's also glued down to the floor because hardwood is known to expand and contract.
Well, not only that, if you throw brad nails down on it, number one, it's going to have holes, but number two, you have piping in the floor.
Oh, I have piping in the floor.
So if you shoot brads in there, you're going to burst your pipes.
Yep.
So you had to glue each one of these pieces down.
Every single
You
one.
tongue and grooved them, which was
Tongue and
smart
grooved them as
because
well.
that'll expand and contract with the heat of the floor as well. So
Yeah.
really, really, really thought out.
Yeah, and then I made these little trim pieces as well on the router table. That was pretty fun, and then these as well. But yeah, so I'm beyond stoked with how these came out. It is better than I could have imagined. This doesn't really exist, and
No, you made your own hardwood floor.
I made my own hardwood floor.
Yeah, I mean, you're crazy, but good for you.
Yeah, I've just over 100 hours on these floors.
Kyle, would you do
Just on the floor.
Would you do all that work for this flooring?
I find a different route, probably. At least for the next one, yeah.
Yeah, you like commission a company to do it for you.
I also noticed you edge band, because this is probably a ply,
Yep.
and then you edge band a walnut.
Yeah, so on everything there's walnut edge banding, and then I lay the laminate over that. And especially on a countertop, if anyone's going to be doing edge banding, make sure to edge band first, veneer or laminate after, in case you drop something. The laminate will protect the edge of your veneer.
So time out. You laminated this separate. You didn't buy these pre-lammed?
Every piece in here I laminated separate on its own because I wanted to edge band first, laminate second.
Wow,
so
that's
it wasn't like a
work.
4x8 sheet laminated. It's cut, edge band, laminate, repeat.
I mean, I really hope that you get your price that you want, but man, you put a lot of labor into this.
Ooh, yeah, 1,800 hours.
Yeah,
But
I hope you get the labor involved with it, but
Yeah.
wow.
I do this because I love it. I love the lifestyle.
That's a good answer.
7 days a week. I make sure that I work where I want to work. So I'm working on a ranch outside. There's like mini ponies everywhere. It's all grass with like hawks flying through and coyotes running down the mountains. And I had to structure it that way because I was inside building in that way, and I started to go crazy. So I love the lifestyle of building, so I just knew I had to change my atmosphere, and once I did that, this became possible. So this bed is intended to sit flush with the backrests and be 6'9" side to side. So I'm going to show you guys that right now. You would just put all the pillows in the center, pop this Lagoon table off. This is a great table.
They make them in black now, huh?
Dude, these companies are finally stepping up. They make the black Lagoon now, just like the black Nautilus shower door.
Oh, they make a black Nautilus too?
Yeah.
And then, I mean, Laveo started making a black toilet too.
Yeah, we got the black
It's a
black
very clean
Laveo,
design,
black,
yeah.
we got
Black Lagoon, I love it.
Yeah.
Just in time for when I stopped building vans. That's awesome.
So the bed would come down, switches over here.
So you do have to hold the switch with a Happy Jack system,
Yeah.
which is fine,
Good
not a big
safety
deal.
feature.
And that speaker over there is okay?
Oh, so that's how I know when to stop the bed. The speaker will sit flush with the cushion.
That's an interesting way to know. All right, you can get
All
up
right.
if you want to get up there, Kyle.
And then it's wedged pretty good, so you push the bed down, and I'll peel it back so you can see this sitting flush right here. There's no gap. It's like pretty compressed. I would put my pillow in here, and then this side as well. Punch down. And then your feet would be going into this bump out, and then head on this side. But I have slats in the front area of the van, and in my last van I did do slats all the way above the bed as well. but this time I wanted to make it feel like a cave when you're sleeping. The ceiling is also Roman clay, and it just feels like a completely separate room back here when the bed is down.
It does. I mean, you're in bed mode now. I love having vans in different modes.
Bed mode.
Yeah, this is, you know, bedroom mode, whatever,
Yep.
bed mode.
That's good.
You know, happy time mode, whatever.
It's happy time.
I like sleeping. I see you have a massive skylight. Is that the Domenic Hecke or is that something else?
So that's the Arctic Turn electric skylight.
Awesome.
It just, with the flick of a button, the thing comes open 90 degrees. It has a bug screen and also a blackout screen. And then this is a very bright white light that it has, and this would be if you're in the middle of the night and you need to find something in a pinch, you can flick this on and you have bright white lights to find anything in your space back here.
And that's exactly what I want in the middle of the night, to just blind me. That's awesome.
That would be if you're like looking for your keys, someone's banging on your van, you just like
for sure
get after it.
For sure.
But yeah, so I can show you guys quick. Like, I'm 6'1", and I am comfortably sleeping.
And I got a question for you. You know, a lot of people would put an air conditioning right here. Do you have an AC somewhere in here?
I do have.
Did we look? Is that underneath the bed now?
Yeah. So the
All
air
right, we
conditioning
could just talk about it.
in this van is a cruising comfort air conditioning.
Wow.
That is 12 volt, and that goes under the sink, and the 2 ports come out right at the sink, but it's not in yet.
No, that's fine.
Yeah. So the air conditioning is coming in. I had to make it to this show. But it's going to be a cruising comfort 12 volt air conditioner, which is the top of the line.
Best of the best.
Best of the best.
Shout out to Chris.
For the bed, I put the switch back here.
Oh, look at that. That's smart.
Yeah.
I like that.
So right when you fall asleep, you can just flick this on, off. There's a charger here as well. You can put the charger here and then hold your phone in these bump outs. Got the speaker remote in here. So everything in the rear, I wanted to give access in the rear. So all the controls are right here where you need them.
All right, let's work our way to the outside and kind of finish this up, buddy.
Yeah.
Before we're going to close the doors here, you do have a tray right here, I believe.
I do.
Is that all just for anything?
Yeah, so this tray is for anything. Right now I have a bunch of tools in here. It's on 250-pound drawer slides.
250, okay.
So it comes all the way out, and I can put all my weight on it. My feet are off the ground. So this dubs as a table as well. You can pop the Laguna off. I actually did this in Palisades. We took a ski trip with a bunch of friends, and I put this table down right here, and I got a whole charcuterie board. We had the sound system going, and it was good energy.
Outdoor life.
Yeah,
I love it.
life.
I love it, man.
We can do some deals right here.
We could play some cards, man.
Yeah, let's play some.
We could do something, man. I don't know. Charcuterie board, though.
Charcuterie
I love the lingo.
Yeah.
Little cheese
Big
plate.
words here.
All right. So you have the water inlet and you have an outdoor shower. Boom, boom. I love it.
So this is by Scanvic. This is like an Italian designed outdoor shower. Just really high quality. It gets the job done to clean down your boots in the rear. Yeah,
dog washing, could be anything.
Dog washing, could be a number of things. Yeah.
Do you have the heat also coming out the rear there underneath that shower?
Yeah,
What's
so
the vents?
one port for the heat comes out the rear here. The second one comes out in the aisle. And the third one comes out of the toe kick right in front of the shower. So I have 3 of those ports spread out throughout the van.
Let's close this up. You know, pretty standard owl rig.
Owl rig.
Owl rig, you know, you're representing. You know, you got the tire carrier, you got the box here.
The box is from Backwoods.
Yep.
Yeah. So you got the Owl tire ladder carrier, Owl Sherpa, Backwoods box. And then in this one I keep an Uni pizza oven with the pellets and a little fire pit that runs off.
Do you have a pizza oven in there?
Pellets as well, yeah.
Is it in there right now?
Yeah.
And how would one get into this rooftop tent scenario?
I decided to add a rooftop tent for summer nights. If you're bringing your whole family in, or if you have friends meeting up with you at a campsite, you can give them a place to stay. There's two ways to get up. The tire ladder carrier is one, so I can come up this way, like this, or you can also come up the side ladder. This is the Backwoods ladder, and this goes right into the side door of the roof tent. So it goes right in, and this is the Roof Nest roof tent, and yeah, this up here sleeps 2. It's just a fun addition in a way to switch things up.
You got solar panels up on the roof nest?
Yeah, so on top of the roof nest, I have 520 watts of solar.
I guess we can move over to the front and kind of just, is that a Mercedes window or is that AMA?
AMA.
That's an AMA window?
All the windows on here are AMA. I just like the way their tint is, and then also their sliders. I've had some issues with other van company windows and their sliders. So these are all AMA.
Amp research step. Did you add suspension to this?
I added the amp research step, which comes out when the door opens and closes. And then suspension on this van is Agile Off-Road. It is the RIP kit. So we have the big Bilstein in the front, some shocks. So the rims are black Rhino and the tires are all-terrain KO2s. They're 33 inches and they'll take you just about anywhere.
And we all love Ty over at Backwoods.
Oh yeah, we do.
Ty he's the man. If you're watching this, Ty, we love you. Backwood Adventure Mods.
I had to go with the Terminator bumper.
You really did. I mean, this thing could literally take out an elk. And you have your amazing light in front. I mean, this protects everything in the front of the van.
Everything.
I mean, I hope you haven't hit anything, but if you have...
Fortunately, I haven't. I've come close call to a couple deer, but
sure.
I drive with confidence with this thing.
I drive with confidence.
But there are tons of lights. We got the light bar on the bumper. We got 4 pod lights on the bumper. And then on top of the dash here, we got 2 KC lights. These things are insanely bright. And then the 50-inch light bar on the roof.
Wow.
So tons of lighting. I can light up a whole valley.
Well, Lucas, give me, just kind of give your info for the people that want to kind of maybe find you online. And I'm sure I've already displayed it, but maybe tell people at the end of the video on where we can find you, and if they're interested in now a 144 miniature version of this or the full 170.
Yeah. So you can find me at LucasRavizza on Instagram. My website is ReVizzaLuxuryVans.com, and I do everything from 170 extendeds to 144s. I've done multiple different color schemes and designs. Yeah. Is that good?
Yeah, that was great. You killed it. I love it. I mean, you did a really, really good van.
Yeah, thank you.
You did a good job. For some reason, you were building in a 3-piece suit for a while.
Oh yeah.
You were doing that on your Instagram. You felt like it was a fancy van and you wanted to build in fancy style, I think.
I had to play the part.
You had to play the part. It was a little much. He ruined the suit, but we're okay.
It, yeah. I got a little bad when the whole thing was painted and yeah.
Yeah, you did a good job.
Yeah, thank you.
Kyle, can't thank you enough for being the camera op once again. And yeah, if you guys want to tune in to some more tours, we're going to be ramping up here for the whole summer, so definitely stay tuned.
Thank you, Jared.
Yeah, thank you, buddy.